All right, all right. We're back on the podcast. We're here with a special guest today. We have Mike Grieco, who runs Shubu Trolley and Shuttle and Shore Luxury Limos, and they are part of the Wingman family of companies. Mike, thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
bet.
Do I call you Wingman Tom or Mr. Wingman? Congratulations on your award and recognition coming up
Thank
in a
you.
couple days. Well deserved, buddy.
Yep.
Now, before we start,
Yep.
I don't know if anybody's ever brought you any gifts, but I have to show you. You are the first one.
I don't think I've ever gotten a gift on the podcast.
Okay.
Oh.
Diane's famous brownies. There you are.
All right, let's try one today. Look at this. I'll go with the. Get the producer Andrew. Why don't you get one of those?
I have about 20 trays on my dining room table right now, so you guys
Wow.
can have
These are
them
good.
again. So, it's really funny how this all started, right? With a few trays for a few of our clients.
How long has Diane been doing the brownies?
She's been doing them since 2006,
Wow.
but it really got out of control when we acquired the Shubu brand, and then Shore and Shubu has so many clients that not only are clients but they're friends, So, and it's funny because Diane put up a picture of the brownies this week, the first set of trays.
Well, I hit the like button.
You and 100 other people.
I'm sure people are like, when am I getting them?
Yeah, and well deserved. They're a family recipe that.
They're really good.
Every year I tell her, back it down. But
Andrew, what'd you think?
yeah,
Top notch.
Andrew's giving us a thumbs up. That's
So
good.
we got a double thumbs up from Andrew, so
Yeah.
you can't see him. But
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so good. I love them. I love when I get my little box, my little container to bring home.
Yeah. The problem with me is at night I got to take some pills, being an old guy, and a little glass of milk so I don't have a stomach ache. Of course, I got to wash down the milk with the brownies. So.
Fair. Who was it one time at our office that hid the brownies in their closet because they didn't want to share it with their family? Was that Chelsea or was that Tone?
That was Tony.
That was funny.
And a funny story is little Daniela, who's not little no more, they would get brownies too because we were on that foundation with them, and Daniela would take her own and hide them in her. I think she used to hide them in her dirty clothes basket
That's awesome.
because nobody would go in there. Yeah.
It's always funny when I bring them home. I say to Cindy, the first year we ever got them 7 years ago, I was like, we crushed them really fast, and I was like, we can't do that next year. We eat a lot of brownies really fast. So like now we kind of section them off, and Cindy puts them like two together and wraps it up and puts it in like a Tupperware or into a glass, to a container so that we just don't.
They freeze good too.
Yeah, so we don't overeat them.
Yeah. There's no such thing as overeating a brownie.
So Mikey, let's go back 7 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
7.5, right?
Yeah, we're going on 8 and
8 will be in June of 24. We had the Wingman Christmas party the other day, and I said to Tony, Tony and I were talking at the end, and I said, it's almost 9 years for Tone, so it's just it seems like yesterday, but then it seems like 9 years. So 7.5 years ago.
Well, you remember them phone calls? I got the LLC. I got the website name. You know.
So
we got approved for the MKT. We got approved for this.
The MKT, the Yukon, the Infinity Stretch, and the Transit were the first 4 in the fleet. Yeah. And the Transit's still hanging out. And the Yukon is just...
Yukon's in our office.
Yukon's in our office. It's not
our family.
It's not a car anymore that we put in the fleet. But so, think about it.
We sold 2 of our vehicles to staff members, Keep it in the family.
Keep it in the family. And the cars are in good shape. So, give the audience kind of an overview of, the how you got into this, where you went and where it's gone to, and what you see next.
Well, how I got into it was when I worked at the Borgata, when we opened the Borgata, and they decided that they're going to need a beach because they weren't on the ocean. Mm-hmm. They're in the bay. And that's how it started. One 14-passenger old Ford white van. I don't mean old as far as old to us, but back then
Different look.
the square
Yeah.
box where you had to hunch in to get in and things, and that's how it all started,
114 passenger.
Yeah. Then the next year was that, and I bought a bus from a guy in town, and that was a 26 passenger, I think, and because then they opened the water club, so they needed two vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
I did that for a year or two, and then weddings started to pick up. And I remember Diane, my wife, calling me one day. I'm sitting underneath the water club, kind of doing nothing,
Mm-hmm. Hanging out.
and she says, "This has got to stop. Phone's ringing off the wall. I don't know what to tell them." So we did that for 3 years, and then
3 years with Borgata.
yeah, and then we got to where we couldn't handle that no more without just dedicating more people down there. I mean, I took it upon myself to be there because I knew the crew, I worked there, and I just wanted everything to run smooth. But after the second year, they didn't need me.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't need, and then, I mean, why should I have to go all the way down there on the weekend? I stayed overnight. I mean, they gave us the rooms and things.
Yeah.
It was cool, but it cost us money more than I made probably hanging out there on a Saturday
I
night.
mean, you weren't the guy that just went back to the room
No.
after work. I mean, that's,
Well, you had to go through the casino to get to the elevator after dinner. I mean,
Fair.
they would give us, we would eat there and everything. They were really good because I knew all those guys, you
Yep.
know. So we would get the badges and things like we were employees to get into the kitchen, the food room,
Yep.
the dining room, and we always ate good.
yeah.
It was just.
But you had to pass through the casino to get to the room.
They're smart when they put those elevators up, man.
It's like when you go to the grocery store and they put the eggs in the far back corner and you have to get it.
Or the candy at the front with the
Yeah.
kids where
Yeah.
you can't get out of there until you
can't
see
say
it.
no. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so then you're working, and then about 7.5 years ago,
Well, I met you through one of
a
Faye's
networking event. Through
events.
Faye Alba. Faye
Yeah,
Alba's
so-
going to be a guest in a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's
so-
good.
And her daughter Lisa.
Yeah, I think the daughters are kind of moving into her spot, and Faye's going to kind of back away a little, which is great. She's got children to be able to do
And she
that.
built a beautiful business.
Oh yeah, we always say it all the time. It's like the Federal Reserve, just print money when they need it, right? But yeah, so we met there, and you built a beautiful website for my original limousine company.
Did an email blast when you won the best of the best. I
Yeah,
remember.
and
that was
then-
one of the first projects I did for you was build
Yeah.
that email blast.
Yeah, and then we won the best of the best 6 years in a row, and then when we started Shore, we won that for 3 years, and then Shubu came, and here we are.
Now the trolley world.
Oh my God, yeah.
Tell the audience about. Someone asked me the other day. I was at a meeting yesterday, and they said, "What do you mean trolleys?" And I said, "Trolley." And the guy looked at me all weird. So I pulled up the website, the Shubu website, and he goes, "Oh, a trolley!" And so
It's funny because I did a trolley wedding yesterday, rolled into the shuttle and everything, and one of the girls said, "Oh, this is a cool looking bus." I was at the red light and turned the radio off, and I said, "This is not a bus. Don't disrespect our trolleys."
Yep.
There's a big difference. I mean, people really don't know. Like, we have videos on our website that you put up for us so that people can see all the interiors
Yep.
and all the good things about them and our
the
shuttles.
trolleys is so cool.
And they still ask me on the phone, "I got to ask you a question in the summer. Do you have air conditioning? Does it have windows?" It's like,
Yep.
come on, these are state of the art.
Yep. It's got the vintage look on the outside and even on the inside,
Yeah.
but it's got all today's technologies. It's got the Bluetooth. It's got the charging ports. It's got AC that could, make you very cold.
Yeah, I
and-
tell everybody.
and heat that can make you very warm.
I can turn your lips purple in the summer. I can sweat your butt off in the winter. And
Yep.
You tell me what you want, And I mean, not just going back to our first trolley that we bought in 17. We bought that off the limousine floor at the Vegas limousine show.
Yeah.
And then we've drastically changed many things on the builds to be our way of
Yep.
trolleys.
That was a 28 passenger. Now we're at 34 passengers.
Yeah,
So
that
those
was
6 extra seats though are a big deal.
yeah. And then that one had the brass rails, and boy, what a difference between brass and stainless steel.
The stainless
you know,
steel is so much easier to
Diane and
maintain.
Eddie, they don't have to polish that brass no more. But I mean, yeah, just all the things we've done to make it
Yep.
higher output air conditioners, because they weren't really enough for what we needed on the Jersey
Yep.
Shore, you know, in July and August. But yeah, it's been a fun ride, and if you remember when we had our conversations about Trolley One, it was like, yeah, let's try it. Let's. Neither one of us ever thought we'd have 6.
No, you know what's funny is one time when we first got Trolley One, I was out to dinner with a couple of friends and you and Diane, and we came back and they wanted to see the trolley, and
Oh, we took a picture on the back.
and you said out loud to everybody, the 6 of us that were there, you said, "Oh, wait till we have 3." And I remember saying when I was driving home with my wife, I said, "Sin, Mike thinks we're gonna have 3 of these. He's crazy." And now there's 6 of them, and some days there could be a 7th or 8th that
Yeah.
could be used on some
Yeah.
of those very special,
We got to have that conversation right after the holiday.
But
Yeah.
it's funny to think that, one trolley on the Jersey Shore. And again, I mean, there's not a lot of white trolleys on the Jersey Shore. There's none other than R6. I mean, we have Tom at Long Branch, who runs a great company. He's got, 5 red ones?
I think he's got 5.
He's got 5 red ones. And then our wingman customer, Gary, from the Good Life Transportation in Hawthorne, New Jersey, has 3, but I was speaking to him the other day, and he told me he ordered a 4th.
Yeah.
So our 6 plus Gary's 4 is 10, plus Tom's red ones. So there's roughly 15 trolleys.
15 good trolleys.
15 trolleys that are set to pass DOT inspection.
Wedding worthy.
Yeah, and on the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
I mean, in New Jersey. So,
Yeah.
and Gary's really not geared for the shore, and Tom likes that Long Branch Red Bank, that exit 105 to exit 117. If you're familiar
He
with
comes
the
on our
Golden State
way.
Parkway.
We're in his area, and listen, the bride's got a preference now. They got a choice, red
Yep.
or white, and that if you like the white ones and we're sold out, and we turn them over
You
to
send
Tom.
them over to Tom, and Tom
The
does
bride now likes red because that's all she can get, and
And
vice versa.
And I think there's been times where we both trolleys have been on a job.
Oh, yeah,
we
we
sent
did.
the white one, and he sent the red one. We did that big school outing a couple of years ago.
During COVID, there
During
was
COVID, we had
3
6
of
of them,
ours
right?
and 3 of his, and I just wish we had Andrew then following us with the video, because
That would've been cool.
I think people were going crazy figuring out why there's 6,
Yep.
3 red and 3 white trolleys going down the Parkway.
And then the wedding parties are getting bigger now. Like
Yeah.
you've done a couple where you've had 4 or 5 trolleys on one job in Bayhead. And
New Year's Eve. In fact, I have to call the dad when I get back to the office. That's my first thing I got to do. He called yesterday, and go over everything. But
we did banners. Wingman did banners for
Yeah.
that job. We have to just double check while we're on. While I'm thinking about it, make sure we have everything set up
Yep.
on for all his
Yep.
trolleys to
Yep.
make sure we're good.
in fact,
to go.
Diane has to get us more bungees,
Perfect.
because we've never done 5
Yeah.
banners at one time. We've done 3, but not 5, so I got to
Perfect.
make sure we get enough of those. But
And this week, what do we got coming up?
tomorrow's we start Tuesday. Yeah. The
7th annual.
Now, who would have thought, when you started this, that we had the conversation about, let's see, what do we get, 300?
The first year, we had about 275, 300 toys. Then we went to 815, and then it started to climb. But yeah, I mean, that first year, I feel like we were begging people to get on the route. I remember there was one location, which I won't say, but they had no toys when we arrived, and I was so disappointed. I'm dressed as Santa. We have 4 people from the team on the trolley. We have you driving the trolley. We're running around town, and we walk into a place and it had no toys. It was after lunch. I was frustrated. I was just like, what are we doing? But we stuck in there. We had
It grew legs on its own.
It grew legs on its own, and now it's its own self-sustaining.
On top of the social media that
Yeah.
you got to give a big kudo to your team, because a lot of people don't know anything about this if there was no such
Yeah.
thing as social media.
You know, I'll tell you, the social media on it definitely increased because people keep saying to me, "Oh, I saw your video. I saw this." One person sent $1,000 the other day. Saw
Yeah, that's
that
awesome.
I saw that I put a post out, and just said I just get a random text to my phone that just says, "Send me your send me your PayPal ID," and I figured it'd be 100, maybe $200, and I saw it
And
come
have been
through.
happy.
And I would have been thrilled. I saw it come through, and I was like, "Wow, this is
Is
really
that
great."
3 zeros or 2 zeros?
And a shout out to the neighbors next door, guaranteed service. I texted Helmy and I said, "Listen, you want to be part of this?" And they, ran a check
Yeah.
right over. The Rotary's been great in getting support. So
Jersey Mike's
Jersey
with it.
Mike's with the free sub, and they're on it 3 years now. This is their third year
And
going
the
on.
first year it was a little like nobody really understood on their team
Yep.
that much. Last year it got much better.
And this
year,
whew,
I mean,
we've we've collected about 450 toys from them
Already.
already.
Yeah.
I talked to their area director Adam, and he's been a great partner to work with. And he said, "Oh, we're halfway to last year's goal, and we have a lot more to do." So this is if you go to Jersey Mike's and you bring if you bring a toy, they give you a free sub card for the next time you come in to get a sub, which is a really generous offer
Yep.
by the Jersey Mike's crew. And I think this year's going to be great. I'm really excited. Wingman looks like a crazy place right now with all the toys.
Oh my God! We got to give a shout out to Mike Manzo and Peter. I mean, Mike didn't hesitate. I mean, Mike's been a client of ours. Jersey Mike's has been a client of ours for 3-4 years at least, maybe 5 now. I personally did Mike's daughter's wedding. Diane, his wife's daughter's wedding.
It's funny
a
that
couple
Mike
years
and
ago.
his wife, Mike and Diane, and you and your wife are Mike and Diane.
And when we had lunch with them,
Yeah.
say hi to your Diane. Say hi to your Diane.
That's
But,
funny that they both, same names.
But they really. I mean, those guys. I mean, we do minuscule compared to what they do in the community. But for them to say, "Hey, yeah, we want to be part of your team too," that was really nice.
Yeah, that was great. And so 39 Jersey Mikes have a bin, and they're collecting toys in Ocean and Monmouth County. It's great to have them on. But, when I was talking to Chef Lou recently, he goes, "Imagine if they took that, across to all 2,500 stores, what that would do." I said, "Hopefully we get some more people to help."
Can you imagine we sending our staff to California to pick up, a box truck full of toys?
I feel like some of the, popular markets, I feel like Wingman employees would raise their hand to, help on that one. I sold a job for a website in Bermuda a couple weeks ago, and I was telling Nicole, and Nicole goes, "Oh, I'll go there. I'll be the account manager. I can go down there for you." Okay, thanks,
Let me check
Nicole.
in once in a while.
Yeah. How about we? I'll handle the job.
And I mean, having lunch with Mike really quick, and he was explaining because he goes and visits the prospective franchisees, and when they go find new
Locations,
territories and things, and I mean, last year or 2 years ago when they opened up in my hometown area, it was like, really? My
Didn't you tell us
backyard.
that they opened in Alaska too.
Yeah, they
That's
got
crazy.
all 50 states now.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
And the joke was what? Do they have a salmon? A
Yes.
salmon sub?
That's funny.
I wonder what number that is. But,
Number, I don't want it. So I like the number 7 there.
yeah,
That's my
we
sandwich,
always eat
yeah.
7.
So all right, so we have the toy drive coming up, and what do you think the guesstimate on your toy count's going to be for this year?
For what we have already and what our partners have been telling us they have, I'd be disappointed if we're not at 7,500 toys this year. Right?
7,500 is my guesstimate. I had lunch with Chelsea the other day, and I said to her, "What do you think?" And she said 8,000. So she's on the high end. You're the 7 to 75. I'm right around 75. She took 8,000. So
I think by what we see in the office already and the stuff getting dropped off, and I don't think last year we had to pick up at any Jersey Mike's.
we've never pre-picked up. Also, I would say there's got to be every bit of 2,500 toys in our office, because I know personally with the donations that I got, I brought in over 500 toys. We had toys dropped at the end of the summer that are in there, and then Jersey Mike's has brought in 450, 500 already. So I mean, if you take that plus the 500 plus that gets you to 1,500.
And then-
Say plus Arlene's brought in toys from PTA, and they had a few hundred toys.
Sammy.
Sam got the donation of 815 toys the other night. So
Yeah, and that's
right
our-
there, you're at 2,500, which before you even get to the Greenbergs and the Hazlets and 618, like there's going to be some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Sammy called me the other day and said, Glam on Freehold had three
3 bins full already.
3 bins full already.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to
Let
count
everybody
this one.
know Sam, who we're talking about.
Sam Hernandez from the Freehold Borough PBA has been a great partner. We're on our 3rd year there, too,
Yeah.
correct? Sammy and Mike, spoke 3 years ago about adding Freehold to the route. We were really just working in the Wall, Brick, Point, Tom's River area, and Sam said, we have the same need here in the Freehold Borough, so we started collecting toys with his help. So we have a partnership, excuse me, with Sam and the police and the police department over there to help them collect more toys. So it's been a great partnership with them.
And then we do the Santa drive-by with
Yep.
them, which is really cool. That's coming. You and Cindy were on the one
Last
year
year,
with me.
yep.
Yeah. It, for people out there, if you don't do any community service, charity work, somebody should always get involved at least once.
Yeah.
I mean, the feeling we have when we get off that trolley, we're tired.
Yep.
It's like, oh my God, day one's done. Then we got to go back on Thursday.
Yeah.
And do the other section, and then it's getting them all delivered and picked up because, like you said, and we all say, we don't want to see one toy in our office until next November.
Come December 23rd, I want no toys in our office because I want every toy out there so that every kid, as many children as possible, can have a very wonderful holiday season because we'll collect more toys next year. I think that, like I say, I think 7,500's in our wheelhouse, and I'm excited to get it. And
now we got Doug Vitale, the mayor-elect at Point Beach. We're dropping off some barrels with him for their tree lighting. Last year we did it. This year he said it's going to be big.
last year they filled 2 big bins, so hopefully we get another couple bins full this year.
And then not only Jersey Mike's on their franchisees, but the corporate office when we go there. I mean, all that staff. I mean, I would have never thought they had that many people working.
No.
My God, that is a huge place, and every one of those people and nice toys too. Not a little dinky. Let me just throw something in the basket. These toys are. We'd all be happy to have them if we were kids.
I spoke to Adam, and he asked for 2 bins to be put at the corporate office, so I'm hoping that both bins are full. And I might have given him a larger bin just so that they worked hard.
And I'm sure. Because don't forget, Mike's got to walk through there every morning to go to his office, so he's the guy with the whip making sure that Jersey Mike's reputation exceeds itself,
So I expect it's going to be a great drive. I expect that we're going to have a lot of great toys. And, 2 of the nonprofits already came and picked up toys. And we have, toys going out Tuesday afternoon to the Brick PAL. We have toys.
I don't want to interrupt you, but explain to everybody. You have these nonprofits come in with lists and kind of do their own shopping.
Yeah. So a few years ago, we started to let people come in and, we're a marketing company by trade. We're involved with limousines and trolleys, but we're not a retail outlet. But, we found that we wanted some of the nonprofits, where possible, to come in and with a gift list so that they can see what they were getting and get what they wanted based on what we collected, so that the toys could be more appropriate to their users that needed them. And so we set up our conference. This year we set up multiple spots where we set up a vacant office, we set up a conference room, we set up the hallway. Where
we got everything but the men's room.
Yeah, where we have toys. So broken up into boys, girls, games, board puzzles, so that it could be easier for when the nonprofits come in and do their shopping. And I think that has helped. The two that were in there, even yesterday, one of them was out within 30 minutes. Like in the past, it would take them 2 hours, and we'd have to be adding more stuff to the conference room table.
And then you got Kristen that shopped for one group that had the bags already for him too.
That was perfect. Kristen's been a great asset for while still answering the phones and getting work done and helping the businesses that she supports. She's also been handling the whole organization of all the toys. So shout out to Kristen.
It's a team effort. I mean, look at our chauffeurs become elves.
Yep, everybody's on the team. So I mean,
delivering the bins,
pick up the bins,
picking up the toys. We're sending.
Donna also got free lunch the other day, huh?
Yeah.
That was great
to
see that.
Shout out to Freehold.
Jersey Mike's took care of our driver who went to go pick up some toys. They had 67 toys, and she got herself a number 7.
Number 7, and split it with me.
Look at that.
That's even better.
What a gal. So, well, I thank you for coming in, Mike. I thank you for taking time out of your day to go over Shubu Shore as well as the toy drive, and I look forward to a successful run tomorrow and Thursday.
Can't wait, man.
This is going to be great.
Looking forward to it.
Then Thursday night we have the awards dinner, so that'll be good. Shout out to the Brick Chain, but thank you again for
and our chauffeur party.
The holiday party.
We got a crazy week.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and by
double
Friday
double Thursday. Yeah.
So, all right.
All right, but thanks for having me. All right.
Have a great. Check out ShuvuShuttle.com and ShoreLuxuryLimos.com.
Those are us. Yep.